There we go. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. There you go. It's not just me, I have a whole team. Everybody who's on this live right now is my team. So thank you for helping me. And that's one of the things actually that I have really, really learned is that no matter what my clients are or where they come from or what problems they have, they're actually mine. Now, remember I said yesterday, we think in secret and it comes to pass. Environment is but our looking glass. This is why I appreciate my clients more than, and well, not more than anything, but you know what I mean, as much as anything that I do and have in my life, because they show me me. Every single client that I have had has showed me me. You may not like what you see, and you may have some clients in your business that you don't like and you want to get rid of, and they annoy you, or you think, my goodness, they're in a bad place. Let me tell you, I promise you, if you can accept this now, that they are showing you you, you will clear yourself so fast. You want to be listening to the own advice that you give them. Whatever advice you give anybody else, I want you to stop and go, how is that showing up in my life? Because the universe has just given me a sign that it's there. Something to really pay attention to. And on the bit about being independent, who would all say here that they're independent, that they'd like to think that they're independent? Put some comments there in the box. And remember that there's the reaction box there. It'll be absolutely great if you can do some emojis the whole way through when something actually resonates with you. So who thinks that they're independent? Yes, Adora said, not me. We are truly 100% dependent on each other. We are interdependent. How did we get on Zoom today? How did we get on Facebook? And how did we get to record? Because I had people helping me. I had the electricity. I had the Wi-Fi. I had the lights. I had absolutely everything. And the people who made my clothes, the people who made me my lovely cup of tea, everything. I didn't have to do it. Can't you see how easy life is? Can't you? I love whenever the universe takes me on a different tack to what I thought I was going to talk about. But here's the thing, here to make this cup of tea, where did the glass come from? Where did the tea bag come from? Where did the water come from? Oh my goodness. All I had to do was walk across the kitchen and make a cup of tea. But how many times do you even miss that? Do we miss that amazingness of the miracle of life? How many times do we miss that amazingness of life? Wow. Just think of that. Everything in your life is easy. It's easy to feel sad for yourself, isn't it? I mean, that's freaking so easy. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Like, it's easy to feel, poor me. I mean, I'm laughing because I do it all the time. Well, not all the time, less than I used to do it. But it tries to creep in every now and again and it goes, oh, poor Sheena. And then you just stop and you go, poor Sheena, what? My goodness, look at how easy our life is. And that's something else to in the acknowledging and the accepting, to acknowledge that as well, that your life is easy. And there's bits in your life that are easy. Even the hard bits were easy to get hold of as well. So I was just about to show you another reason behind. We think it's the money. Why do we want things? Why do we want to make our annual salary a monthly salary? Well, just let me show you something for a moment. I just want to remind you of what I showed you yesterday. It's not who you think you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. Such a powerful statement. I want you to say that and ask your body, ask your subconscious, what does that mean? What does that mean for you? So I showed you yesterday the house that I drew, the electric gates, The first class travel, the private yachts, the horses, everything is in the right place. Even room for 5 cars. And even the sunshine is in the right place. And look at me, I'm sitting here in the sunshine area. But here's another thing that I want to show you that was absolutely driving my performance last year. Because obviously you see, and this is the house that I live in now, so it transferred from that to that. So we're doing well here. But here's a picture of my son. This was him in October last year. And I'm not going to tell you the full story because there's no need to know the whole story. I'm only telling you the next 4 months after that. You know, he's 28 years old. I feel like I've basically lost him for 10 years. And when I lost everything myself and I was pulling myself together, it was this that drove me to make sure that I changed the trajectory of all our family lives. That I wanted to, you know, whenever I'm 90, that I'm looking back and we're living a life of our dreams, and that I'm not getting me out of the equation. Poor Sheena, poor this, poor that. At 90, I literally want to be looking back and going, look what we did together. We changed that lack mentality to an abundant mentality. Whether we have the cars, the house, it doesn't matter. But the abundant and prosperous consciousness is what you're looking for, because that then allows everything else to flow. And you know what? You don't care about the car. You don't care about it all. You just want to be able to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So I felt like I'd lost my son for 10 years. And my wish was that I would have a house that was big enough again for us all to be able to live in. And so that he would want to come back, because here's the thing, we cannot change anybody. What I did was I used my imagination, is what I'm going to explain to you as we go through this goal setting. I used my imagination, and I imagined him phoning me one day and saying, can I come and stay? I've had enough. I can't do this anymore. And that day came in October. Let me tell you, as soon as he made the decision, I was in that car and I was there. Because he actually phoned me back and he said, I've changed my mind. And I went, too late. I'm on my way. In fact, I'm outside your door. Because I know, right, all of you there, I know that you will make a decision to do stuff and then you'll back out, you'll doubt. Oh no, sure, it's okay. Everything's going to be okay. I'll just make it okay. Let me tell you, it doesn't get okay, because I did that. So I knew when my son made his decision that I had to move just as fast. Got somebody drawn on the screen. No idea where that's coming from, but sure, we'll soon see. So listen, 4 months later, now let me tell you, it was 4 months and I did this all with my imagination. I did not push. I did not change anything. I just was love and imagination. I did not fight the current reality. I acknowledged it and I accepted it. And 4 months later, my son was looking like this. He looks even better now. But that was 4 months later. Now, my reason for showing you that is because I want you to see that it's not necessarily about the money, but what money can do, and being able to have a place for people to come to and for us all to grow together as a family and change lives. Now, not only had he not been able to hold a job down for 5 years, he is now literally his top sales guy in his company. He got a job 4 years, or within that 4 months. In fact, within 2 months, he had a job. And again, I used my imagination and I can tell you exactly where I was standing at the moment he told me. There were 2 times. One was in the kitchen when he said, I just thought, I can't wait for Connor to tell me that he's got an interview for a job. And I swear to God, the next day he comes into me and he goes, Mum, I've got an interview for a job. Did he hear me? Did he hear my head? Universe, you're having a freaking joke here. Like, I didn't say that to anybody except myself and the mirror and my heart. Then He went for his interview, and I was like, I just can't wait for him to say he's got the job. It'll just be so brilliant. And I knew he'd gone for the job interview, but we were standing we were in Cheshire Oaks, and we were at the Christmas fair, Christmas market. And he comes over and he said, it's going to be another week before they know. And I'm thinking, that's really funny. Because I actually thought, oh, well, it must be in a week's time. I mean, basically, I let it go. I accepted where I was. And then he went, no, I'm only kidding. I've got the job. So I know exactly where I was standing. And I know exactly the thoughts that brought that there. Wow. Could life really be that simple? Could life really be that simple? Just mute Shireen there. There you go. So I want you to think, before I go into goals and why we're setting our goals all wrong, I want you to think, first of all, of a time in your life that you felt really good, that you felt blessed, overcome with joy. You just thought, wow, that was amazing. I have so many moments I can hardly tell you, but I'll choose one just to give an example. When my daughter was born and they put her on my chest, and I just thought, if nothing else happens in my life, wow, this is perfect. Can you all bring yourselves to somewhere like that? Can you really feel the feeling? What are you feeling? Like, share with us here in the chat. Share with me what you're feeling whenever you did that. Share that. Peace, calm, happiness. You see, that's what you want your goal for. But you just give it to yourself right now. Just like that. Just like that. In the 10 seconds, I let you have the time. Peace, flow, joy. Oh, isn't that beautiful, April? Your mum said that you look like an angel. Wow. I want you to capture those feelings. And I want you to think now of what it is that you want. Forget about the money. What do you want the money for? What do you think your life is going to be like from that feeling? Because that's all we're searching for. But here's the magic. You already have it. It's not who you think you are that holds you back. It's who you think you're not. You're searching outside for something that is already inside. Wow, wow, wow. You see, there you go. Lesson learned. We can just stop right here. So let's go back to have a look at this diagram here. So everything is a frequency. So we spoke before about the law of cause and effect. You're the cause, life is the effect. Whether you like it or not, I can't change the laws. Don't shoot the messenger. You may not like what you see, but if you like the good things, then you've got to accept the bad things. Like, that's just it. And the sooner you do that, then you'll stop fighting reality, stop fighting yourself, and life will just be so much better. So here's the thing, everything is on a frequency. And there's a vibration. So if you want to get me, you need to know the frequency that my phone's on, which is a number. And so you will get me directly. So your results are on a frequency. Like, you're singing a tune and it's out of tune. If you're not getting the right results, you're not singing your tune. Like, I heard this amazing meditation that you go along through this field and you end up dancing with God, dancing with the creator. I mean, that's what abundance means, is actually dancing with the creator. Go check it out yourselves. But dancing, and he created a special tune of yours. You have a special tune, but you're not singing it. You're not singing it. You're looking at the results that are here. rather than the goal that you want to achieve. And you see, the thing is that you set your goals so low that it's not even worth getting out of bed for. Like, that's what I really find, that if you set a goal low and play it safe, then when the morning comes where you don't feel so good, you don't get out of bed. Can you imagine me where I'd brought myself? And I was at the lowest, as far as I was concerned, internally than I had ever been in my life for the longest period, because I could normally get over 3 things in 3 months. This one wasn't shifting. I was only holding myself down, nothing else. Can you imagine that morning, those mornings where I thought, what's the point? What do you think came to mind? My son, the vision that I had for my family, the life that was worth getting out of bed for at 5 o'clock every morning and putting my feet on the floor and doing what I needed to do, wanted to do, to make this, what I have right now, a reality. It's got to be so far-fetched because I did not know how I was going to do it. People knit telling you can't do this and you can't do that and that's silly and that's just stupid, get real. Reality is evidence of your past thinking. Reality is the past. So why are you talking about it? It's done. But I want you to notice something really. So do you notice, I guess, on this chart here that you'll notice the lines and that you're growing internally. And then people think you're an overnight success. Oh, it happens overnight. One night you're sleeping in one house, the next night you're sleeping in another. But there's internal work that went on that other people don't see. In fact, they laugh at you and they go, are you still watering that? Do you know the story about the bamboo shoots, the bamboo trees? Is that you put them underground as seeds and then 5 years before they pop up. And then they grow 90 feet in 3 days, something like that. Can you imagine how everybody can laugh at you in that 5 years? Are you still watering that plant? There's nothing there. But you know. And don't just see the lines. I want you to see this space between the lines. I want you to see the space between the lines. There are your feelings. You have the space to grow. You are life itself, which is expansion. This is your expansion. Even the contraction is your growth. Because it's asking you to grow more. It's like pinching you off so you can step forward. What do we do? We step back, but no more. No more after this week. Are you going to promise yourself? I mean, don't promise me, but are you going to promise yourself no more pinching yourself off, as Abraham Hicks would say? Are you going to look at that goal that is just so amazing and that you've no clue how to do it? This is key. You cannot have a clue how to do it. It goes from fantasy to theory to fact. None of it is your business. You've got to let go of the outcome, knowing it's there, knowing that if you saw it, it was given to you. You wouldn't want it if it wasn't already yours. It's a quote by Bob Proctor. That stopped me in my tracks. Let me say it again. You wouldn't want it if it wasn't already yours. So I told you that today is all about attention. Attention to your goal, attention to where you want to feel. Who gives a crap about the car and the money and anything else? It's how you feel you want. And who hasn't booked a call with their success advisor? Do you realize that those success advisors are trained to the highest level to help you focus? You think you've got a goal, but there hasn't been one person, not one person that I've spoken to who's got a clear definition of their goal. And let me tell you, if you don't have a clear definition of your goal, how the heck do you think the universe is? Now, there's enough of me telling you off. I want you to know that there's nothing to fix inside you. You are amazing. You really are. I know it's hard for you to see. I couldn't see it either. But the more I see me, and what I couldn't understand was that we were being asked to change. And I thought, oh my goodness, it's taken me. I mean, I'm 52 now, but it took me, okay, I'll go for 52 years to love Sheena. Why would I change what's perfection, what God deemed perfection, what the Creator deemed perfection, what the universal energy created as perfection, as you? Do you think you could have done a better job? You've been given all the gifts you've been given because they were special to you. Every single one. Every single one. But here's all you have to do. Make a decision that you want it. Like, that's it. It really does come down to that. I know that you can think of times in your life when you just made a decision and you went, well, I'm sorry, but this is happening. End of story. I'm going this way. And you did. That's how the universe works. I promise. It's just we make a decision and then we go, oh, but I can't, because then we look at the past. I mean, now that I'm pointing this out to you, it all seems a bit silly, doesn't it? Let me make this decision to go forward. And I'm driving the car. Oh, but I need to look in the rear view mirror the whole time. Because look, I can't have anything different than what's there, what we've just passed. Doesn't it seem a bit ridiculous? I hope you seem a bit ridiculous now. But here's the thing. You all think you're making decisions. But if you doubt them, they were not committed decisions. They were decisions looking down here. Well, I can't, Sheena, because I've got to do this first, because, and when I have the money, I'll do it then. When when I'm feeling better, I'll do it then. When such and such has happened in my life, I'll do it then. When the kids have left, I'll do it then. What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? You're holding yourself here. You're holding yourself underwater. Does anybody ever feel that whenever you don't have money, it's like suffocation? Isn't it? It feels like flipping you're suffocated. The only person suffocating you is you. The only person suffocating you is you. Science shows us that everything is here right now. Everything, like all the letters of the alphabet are here. We don't have to go and create new letters of the alphabet. You want to make a story? Here's the letters of the alphabet. You want to add up some numbers? Here's all the numbers. And isn't it weird? Is that the difference between £10 and £1 million? Let's go for 10 million because that's easier. 6 zeros. That's it. 0. Somebody just moved a full stop and you let your emotions be run by a full stop or run by a 0. You do, don't you? Because if you had £10, you think you'd be like sad. If you had £1 million, you'd be up here. But here's the thing. Here's what I find. It didn't matter how much money you have. There's something needing to be dealt with, because when you have, I know people who've had 5K a month and wanted 20K a month. They've had the 20K a month and they still are not good enough. It's not the money. You can have the money when you let go of everything. The money will flow. But if you keep holding yourself down here and looking at today, the point of your power is now. Power. The point of your power is now. And you decide the next now. But you decide it with your feelings. Stop looking to the outside. But the car's not here yet, Sheena, so how can I feel? Oh, I wish I could explain it even further here, but come work with me and listen. By the end of 6 months, you'll know exactly what that car is. You will know exactly right now. I can't even start that conversation with you. But you know the feeling of the car? That's why you wanted it. The feeling. So give yourself the biggest gift on earth right now. Give yourself that feeling and make a committed decision. I'm going to give you 30 seconds again right now. 30 seconds. And I want you to really feel into something that you wanted. And I mean your heart's desire. I don't mean a pot of money that you think you want, but something in your life that you've wanted for so long. You didn't think you could have. A situation involving people. It doesn't matter what it is, but something that your heart is crying out for. Can you just spend the next 30 seconds? And if you can't get to that feeling, think of what you thought of before. Remember that memory I asked you to access. I want you to go there. And by the way, it's 333 now. It goes 1333. Let's all close our eyes together and go to the feeling of the wish fulfilled. Go to joy, peace, and love. Do you feel yourself breathing easier? Oh, it feels so much easier to breathe from here. Wow, I want you now to take that feeling and I want you to 10x it right now. 10x that feeling, 10x it. What's going on in your body? 10x it again. Make it bigger in your imagination. The picture, close your eyes. Make that picture so bright and beautiful. It's like exploding from every cell in your body. 10x it, 100x it. Make it that big. It is so bright and big in front of your vision right now. It is just amazing. So big. My heart is pounding. Is your heart pounding? Because my heart is exploding. Right now, take it all away. You can't have it. You can't have it. I can't do it because. Do you hear those voices now? I can't do it because. I'll do it when. I want you to take those voices, because I hoped when I said that you couldn't have it anymore, that you went, no, I have it. It's mine. I want it. Did you feel that? Because now when you hear those tiny little voices that are coming into your head, I want you to start laughing at them. I haven't got any money. Think of it like a little hobbit. It's coming along and it's pulling at your little knees. It's pulling at your jacket and it's going, I can't do it. I mean, make your problems so small now. Make them so tiny that they fall down as little marbles and they're little squeaky tiny mice and they're squeaking at you going, I can't do it because of this, because of that. Take the mickey out of them and just look at them. Just look at them and how silly they are. That you could stop what you've just felt from happening. That was a gift from God. That was a gift from the universe. How dare you say no to it? Do you know what it feels like for a gift to be you offering somebody help and them refusing it? Have you ever given somebody a gift and they've said, no, I don't want it? Whatever you saw in your imagination is your gift. Are you going to go with it? Are you going to run away from it? It takes a committed decision to your goal that you will do what it takes. Otherwise, you'll still be here 10 years later. I promise you that if there's one thing that I've known from Bob and from my own experience, the moment I said yes and moved forward and committed, 100%, not 99.9%, that doesn't cut it. That's mere hope or wish. You commit or you don't. There isn't a 99% commitment. So why do we need to come from our vision? You see, this is why we come from our wish fulfilled when we're actually doing our thinking of our goals. Because here's the thing. This is the Shard, tallest building in Europe. Apparently, it's in London. And so look at it from the top. Remember the feeling of being able to breathe. Because you can see everything. If I told you where everything was, you can see it. That's where I took you first. Then when I said you couldn't have it because of your limiting beliefs, you just were back on the ground floor again with everybody else. Now you can choose to wake up here and now in this lifetime, or wake up when you die. That's how hard-hitting I want to put this across to you. You are brilliance itself. You are beautiful itself. And it's my mission to share this with as many people as possible. Millions. To get to know this, because I know when I affect you that you will go and affect somebody else. You will affect somebody else. You will affect somebody else. I know when I do these live masterclasses that this information spreads right away across the earth. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't keep your brilliance to yourself. But I know the journey. I understand the journey. That's why I want you to come with me on the journey. I'll be able to help you every single step of the way. That's why you have a success advisor that you're going to call or message directly after this webinar. Don't be doing it now. When I'm finished, message them. Get clarity of your vision. Get clarity. Because I know what's going to hold you back. And you've got to be so clear, so focused that you want it. This is a paradigm shift. This is a paradigm shift. And you can make excuses or you can get results. I mean, that literally is your decision. One excuse wipes out all your dreams. Wake up now. Decide now. What's these pesky paradigms I'm talking about? I'm going to be quite quick about this because I don't want to be talking about this paradigm, about what's holding you back. I want to be talking about your greatness. But I know what's happening is that you've got a certain vibration going on. You get results, you don't get results. You get results, you don't get results. And it all evens out at a certain level. That's your currency. So whatever you're earning right now, that's your currency. We need to raise that. And we only do that by shifting your paradigms, and they're just behaviors and habits, but they're so ingrained in you that you can't even see them. They're so ingrained in you that you can't see them. This is a graph that I show to companies, and I say that you've got some people at the front who are really well engaged. Just build them up. They'll crack on. Give them scope to grow. The people in the middle, good day, bad day. Good day, bad day. They're just there for the paycheck. Couldn't care less. And then you've got the people who are literally breaking holes in your company. Do not ignore them. Get rid of them or build them up, one or the other. But here's the thing. This is what's going on in your body as well. And you can only see the front end, the conscious bit. Some programs deal with this middle bit here. Some programs. There's only one program that deals with this. And this is the work that I'm teaching you this week to get to that root cause, because this was what was going on inside me. I was being absolutely eaten from within that I couldn't see, because I just thought it was normal to feel that bad inside and be bright on the outside, yet feel bad on the inside. I thought that was normal. My goodness, how did I get on in life is beyond me, but I did. I also had a very strong front end. And I know that everybody on this call right now has a really strong front end. but there's something holding you back. Something lets you get results, no results. Results, no results. Enough of that nonsense. We want results, 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 and we need to get that. Can you imagine something that you could have right now that would lead you to that path of freedom? That you would have no matter what problem you had in life, that you would have no matter what you want in life, that you would have no matter what growth you wanted to do, no matter what you wanted, that you would have something that you could rely on, something that you could go to, and you'd have the answer. You see, first of all, it's an outside thing, this material that we're talking about. But then that shows you all we want to do is show you that you've got that already inside. But maybe you don't trust yourself so much. Because whenever you were a kid, your parents spoke about money in a way that wasn't good, or whatever fighting was going on, or whatever was going on in your life. I think about my mum grew up in the war, was born in the war. Wow. Think of the lack mentality that happened around that time that was programmed into her, who then programmed it into us. Wow. And then we carry on today, programming ourselves, don't we? Because we have the same affirmation. People go, I don't believe in affirmations. Well, you're saying an affirmation all day, every day. Haven't you heard it? I'm not good enough. What will they think of me? Oh my goodness, I'm not as good as them. Oh my goodness, I'm this, I'm that, I'm the other. That's your paradigm. How do you shut it up? Well, that's what we want to teach you. And I've got something tomorrow that you're going to want to, going to be listening to as well. It's about literally, how do you shut that paradigm up? Because that's what we want to do. We want to shut it up. But we've got to make a committed decision to our goal. That's the first step. Not to a program, not to Sheena, to you, your goal, what you want, to your children, to your children's children, to the lives of everybody that you are going to change. Please don't wake up when you die, because that's when people wake up. They go, oh, look, you hear all the stories, don't you? Their life flashes in front of them and just go, my life was amazing. Your life is amazing now. It is perfect. It's all perception. We can change that perception. We can change those stories. The paradigm is controlling all areas of your life. It is controlling perception. It is controlling your use of time. I didn't think I was creative. Do you know why? Because I was so busy being busy. Busy, busy, busy. Knit, knit, knit. Knit, knit, knit. Busy, busy, busy. When I learned to slow down, oh my goodness, ideas, 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 ideas. Oh my goodness, I am so creative. And so are you. And when I'm being creative, I get excited and I'm in my joy, because nobody can create the way Sheena creates. Nobody has my ideas. And you know what's amazing? When you start to think and you work with other people, you have an idea and somebody else comes along. Somebody from LinkedIn, that's what I get. They come in from LinkedIn and go, Sheena, I saw your work and I'd like to help you with this, this, and this. And I go, oh my goodness, that's exactly what I wanted. I don't want to do it myself. I want to have an idea that somebody else can just go, I'm not supposed to be the be all and end all, remember? But if I have an idea, then the universe brings me the person to complete that idea. It is magic, 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 magic. So get out of your logic. Get out of logic. Change isn't going to happen in your comfort zone. Change isn't going to happen when you're sitting there making all the figures work and you've connected all the dots. Change isn't going to happen then. And what is it you're remembering about your stories? Think of childbirth for anybody who's gone through childbirth. Like, not once did I ever talk about the pain. All I saw was my beautiful baby at the end. Can you remember those moments in your life, all the beautiful endings you've had, which were the beginning of another amazing journey? Your life, trust me, has been perfect, is perfect, and you're perfect. And for all the other programs out there that you may have to like, I've got to work on myself. This work is brilliant because this is clearing the crap you've been told and showing you how amazing you are. So listen, you've got homework. Oh, exciting, but this is exciting homework. So in your workbooks, you'll see some graphs and it's called the happiness wheel. And if you haven't got a workbook, just message me and I'll make sure that I'll give you the link to it. And in there is the happiness wheel. And if you want to Google the happiness wheel, then Google it and you will see it there. And I want you to go through your life and visualize your life in each of those areas. And I've got a page for each area in the workbook for you to write it down so you will always remember this moment. And you will write down all the different areas of your life and you will visualize the whole life, everything. Where you're living, who your friends are, what you're wearing, the money coming in, the house that you're living in, the cars, the family, all of those areas. I want you to work on those areas. Now, that's what the success advisors are for, to help you clarify. Because we want this to be so big that nothing, but nothing will get in your way. Who wants to be committed that much to their goal? Who is committed? Oh, I see the hands going up. I love it. Put the yeses in there. Put the thumbs up in there. Write it in here. And you know what I want you to do? This is your next goal. When you've done that tonight, so I know you've done your work, whether it's in the LinkedIn or whether it's in Facebook. So in the LinkedIn event, you can write it in there for those who are in LinkedIn. Go into the event and I want you to post. And in Facebook, I want you to post. I am so happy and grateful now that I. Let me say that again. I am so happy and grateful now that I, and I want you to post it for the world to see. Put a picture with it. Put your picture smiling. Anything that's going to give you that little, that vision of what that means to you. Are you all up for doing that? Do I get a hands up? Listen, this is what it can take when you hit the sad times, the times when you think it's not working out. Because as you can imagine, with me, the times when I thought it wasn't working out, the times when I sat in the kitchen in Manchester in a corner, crying my eyes out, feeling like the worst mother, the worst daughter, the worst girlfriend, the worst coach. When Wolfgang found me in the kitchen that time and he said, "What's up?" And I just said, "Just give me this moment." You will have those moments and it's okay. But if your goal isn't big enough to draw you out of yourself, you'll stay on the floor. So make your goal big enough that it draws you out of you, your greatness, your amazingness that you know is in there. You know it's in there. You've seen glimpses of it and then you've gone, "Oh, was that me?" Did anybody ever see their school assignments and you might have written something? Has anybody ever written a book or just anything that you've looked back and you look at what you've written, you're going, "Is that me? My goodness, I sound intelligent." You've all had moments in the life when you saw your brilliance. It's there all the time. I promise. So what are we doing tonight? We're going to really have a good deep dive into our vision. Give yourself this time. Because if it's not even you worth giving an hour to it, like really, do you think the universe wants to give you anything? Feel into it. Feel in between the lines. I want you to post it on Facebook. And if you're not in Facebook, get into the Facebook group, The Key, The Secret with Sheena Cantar. We're here to help us all grow a community of like-minded people who you can tell us anything and we're not going to laugh. We're just going to go, yes. And commit to it. Commit. Commit to a Success Advisor call. Commit to yourself. Commit to your goal. Commit to all the people who are affected because you stood up. Let me just give you a little example of at the gym this morning when I'm on the bike. And the gym instructor said, if you keep going, I know you feel like stopping. I know you feel like just sitting down. But if you keep going, you enable the person beside you to keep going too. It's not about you. Yet it is. Have a wonderful, wonderful day today. And listen, we have got a great call at 3 o'clock today, where we're going to be talking about what can be done between January and March this year of the most beautiful person that I have met, Catherine. She's part of my team. She's leading the way in vision. And I want you to meet her too and hear some of her story and her journey. So that's at 3 o'clock today. So in other words, in an hour's time, in an hour and 6 minutes time. It'll be live in Facebook and it'll be live in LinkedIn as well. So it won't be on this Zoom, it will be live. Watch it. Get other people to watch it. Share this message. Don't keep this all to yourself. Run out in the streets naked, telling everybody. Have a blessed day, and I will see you later and tomorrow. Goodbye now.